Hello, everybody. This is Rob from Sea Turtle 257 Entertainment. Today's story is Trump made get well call to Jerry Nadler while in hospital. I originally found this story on Breitbart, but I searched Google and found another news source because I wanted to check the bias. And I knew Breitbart was going to have a bias, so I found the Yahoo News story. But before we take a look at this news story, please comment, like, subscribe, throw that thumbs up, hit that notification bell, leave me a note. Go ahead and interact with the video, share it. The more you interact with this video, the more YouTube will push this video around. Also, this channel is not monetized. I do not make any money from YouTube at all. So if you would like to help me out and if you would like to donate to my channel, the link to my PayPal will be in the description. Now, let's get to the story. Trump made get well call to Jerry Nadler in hospital. Putting aside his sharp political differences with one of his primary congressional tormentors, President Trump made a surprising get well call to Representative Jerry Nadler, who was briefly hospitalized in Manhattan in May. There is one word in this lead that I find unnecessary, that word surprising, but considering that both Trump and Nadler are both publicly political enemies, I will give this one a pass. So I'm not going to assume that there's any bias in using this word. However, it's not a needed word. On May 24th, Nadler was at an event promoting speed cameras at a school on the Upper West Side of Manhattan when he appeared to grow faint, slumping slightly forward. Sitting next to him, New York Mayor Bill de Blasio offered Nadler water, but the 71-year-old congressman remained apparently dazed. Medical professionals were summoned, and an ambulance transported Nadler to Lenox Hill Hospital, where he spent the night. His staff later said that he had suffered from dehydration and his hospital stay was just a precaution. But while at Lenox Hill, Nadler received an unexpected call from Trump. The call has not previously been reported. As chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, Nadler has led several key investigations into the Trump administration. Now, we're going to stop here again. So, this word, key. Now, the use of this word here definitely tells me that there is a bias against Trump. The author could have omitted the word key, saying, more recently, as chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, Nadler has led several investigations into the Trump administration. Omitting the word key right there makes it very much more neutral. Adding that word key puts a bias against Trump. Trump told Nadler that he had seen him on television and that he thought Nadler was tough. Trump repeated that assessment several times, adding that he wished the congressman well and wanted to know if he could do anything more. The seeming warmth of the conversation, however brief, contrasts sharply with what Trump has said of Nadler previously. Here's another one. Contrast sharply, however brief. This right here also implies a little bit of a bias because they are both going after each other. In a meeting with Republicans this spring, Trump reportedly called Nadler, who underwent weight loss surgery several years ago, Fat Jerry. Contrast sharply with what Trump has said, and then adding the Fat Jerry comment. Okay, that's fine, but there could have been the author could have put in another line about Nadler, attacking Trump or calling for impeachment or anything like that. So this whole section right here definitely implies a bias against Trump. Any good feeling between the two antagonists, however, is likely to be short-lived as the House Judiciary Committee continues to pursue Trump. When it comes to Trump, what is important, though, is to look at his policy, look at what he is doing versus the rhetoric from his Twitter feed. I personally believe that Trump is probably an easy guy to work with. I don't think people can make the kind of money that Mr. Trump has made without being somewhat personable and somewhat easy to work with. And I think this phone call just shows what kind of a person Trump is when he's just being real, when he is being Donald Trump. His Twitter rhetoric, yes, it is outlandish. He's called for he's set covfefe He's done some pretty crazy things on Twitter. However, I do feel that Trump is a human being, and I think that this phone call that he made to Nadler definitely shows his humaneness, his humanness, his whatever we want to call it. Let's not read too much into the rhetoric on Twitter, because that is Trump playing the media. He puts out little crumbs. The media chase it all the time. Let's look at Trump's record. Let's look at his policy. And I think that Trump is doing a pretty okay job. There's been some things that I really like that he's done. There's been some things that I don't like too much that he's done. I'm not a big fan of the tariffs, but it seems to have been working. And that's okay, I guess. But, I mean, you can't please everybody all the time. And there's definitely going to be presidents that will have enemies on the opposite side of the aisle. It's always going to happen. I do feel like the mainstream media does not give Trump the credit that he deserves on a lot of things, such as the economy, with the lowest unemployment rate in history and all that kind of stuff. But for this Yahoo story, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a B minus in bias. The reporter actually did a pretty good job. There were only a couple of spots in there that could imply a bias against Trump. There was nothing really outright that stood out to me, but those little uses surprising at the very beginning. Like I said, I'll let that one slide. But the word key in there, and then attacking Trump for saying or calling him Fat Jerry without providing anything on. I mean, obviously Nadler's not going to have anything like insulting like that, but there are plenty of instances of Nadler like directly calling for impeachment and things of that nature. So that could have been told as both sides. But like I said, a B minus for this story. Not bad. There wasn't too much bias going on, but we will see how the next story goes. I want to thank you guys for watching. If, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you like what you see, please comment, like, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, hit that notification bell. And if you want to help my channel out, the link to my PayPal is going to be in the description. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys next time.